We are back with another one. On this one, we're going to talk about SunHydrogen. Welcome to Hobo Talks. Did you miss me? I missed you, but did you miss me? That's the real question. Anyway, let's get started. On this one, SunHydrogen, ticker symbol HYSR, is a stock we've been following for a while. It's kind of my Hail Mary. I think this is going to be something big one day if the economy stays the same, if the government keeps pushing for a healthier world, less coal efficiency, all that kind of stuff. Hydrogen is another alternative to just direct sunlight or direct solar. They have a healthier version that doesn't emit carbon monoxide in the process. So in a way, it's like they do solar, but they do it better than a normal panel. That being said, it's a new technology. From my understanding, no one else is doing it. And I believe, a company like that, one or two things usually happens. Either one, they come out with something big, it's the best of the best, and it gets some adoption. Two, they get bought out by somebody else that's trying to keep them from stepping on their territory. Either way, usually the stocks that you have either will go up because of that. Let's say they're bought by Tesla, or they just maybe if a private company buys them, they'll just pay out the shares. They'll okay, we'll agree to give you XYZ. Not really hoping for that one. If all of my stocks were converted to Tesla stock, that would do just fine. It's not sure about you, but a while back, I told a lot of people, not financial advice and all that kind of stuff, but if you're someone who wastes $10, maybe just playing the lotto from time to time, as you can see, this is really a penny, a little bit more than a penny. So if you just come in here and you just, I don't know, spent $10 and you divide it by 0.0132, you'd have 757 shares. I mean, look at that. That's quite a few shares for $10 of your time. And then if you think about it, if this happens to shoot up to $1 at some point, you can just times that by 100, more or less. You just turned your $10 into $75,000, as you can see, because each one of these then becomes $1. So I would say well worth your time for $10. But not financial advice. But we actually had some an update yesterday. So as you can kind of see here from the shares, the stocks have been kind of flat. It's staying kind of around this penny range. It got up close to two. I think it actually went slightly above two, and then slowly comes down, and then it bounces up, and then it goes back down. It bounces up. So we're kind of at, I would say, a new low. This is basically the lowest it's been over the last 6 months, I believe, something like that. We're basically right at that range. So it's one of those things like I don't know if that means it's going to bounce up or bounce down or whatever. But there a little bit of news popped up here for yesterday. And basically, the last thing we were waiting on is they were working with another company to basically try to reproduce their results. Basically get a little bit more, let's say, recognition, get a little bit more um, out there by saying, "Look, this isn't just something we're making up. Saying we can do it. We can show other people how to do it." And this is very important because this company needs to commercialize their product. It's almost like if you came out with HD DVD and you're like, this is the better product, but everybody else is already on Blu-ray or something else. You need somebody to kind of come out there and start to back you and say, yeah, this actually is better. So that looks like that's what this is. They were able to scale the technology to a 1.2 meter squared, and I believe there was a second size listed down in here, and it's 0.25 centimeters and 100 centimeters squared. Basically, this is what it says. It says developers were able to produce renewable hydrogen using sunlight and water. Today, produced an update to shareholders from a chief science officer, Dr. Saeed Mubin. I might be saying that wrong. Don't kill me. Their mission is to replace fossil fuels with clean, renewable hydrogen. In this update, I'm thrilled to share with our recent notable achievements and roadmaps for the future as we work to commercialize our nanoparticle based green hydrogen technology. So it's very important here to commercialize it. You need to get it out there so other people can use it. Um, you could theoretically make your own product and not have to directly get other people to use it. But for something like solar that's already so well known out there, it's going to take off better if they can get others to do it. Think of something like a USB on a computer. That was just somebody's product. But what would a USB really be if it wasn't built into all these other computers? It'd be just like a little attachment. Think of like your mouse. Um, if a mouse was just like a little hub with a whole bunch of USBs on it, and then potentially you could plug different things into that USB, that type of product would not be anywhere near as popular as USBs are because they're just already built into all the computers. So if they can get something like that going, get some of these solar companies to, jump on board, things like that, and start to offer that in their solutions, that's really how this company would really take off. Anyway, let's see here. So hydrogen generators. So here are some major components. As kind of what it's made of. So it's a hydrogen generator, and then it's kind of talks about the different layers in there. I won't go through all that right now, but this is basically the brains of it. You can pause the video if you want to read that. It's got a device housing, which kind of contains it, keeps everything safe, keeps everything where it needs to be. From my understanding, hydrogen is not the safest thing to just kind of have out there as far as explosions and things like that. So it's good to have a good device housing, and then the substrate, which is basically what was manufacturable. So that's where they came up. They got the two sizes, so that's important as well because it shows that their product is scalable. It's not something that only works in this singular size. Like you can do different versions of it. And if you think about solar panels, you got solar roofs, you got solar panels that go in the backyard, you got the ones that go up on the roof, you have the big solar farms. There are different versions, different sizes. And basically, what this is, at least on a small scale, showing is we can do different sizes too. You don't have to just do, what they basically were able to do in their lab. So, this is kind of important because it shows the 25 and the 100, kind of, and this is based off of the 1 meter squared version that they did originally. So that's what's important there. Let's see here and scroll through anything else that really sticks out. Just a little bit more information about the different scales and all that kind of stuff. And then a little bit of information down here from SunHydrogen. So we're going to stop the video here. I think that's very important. Now, I will say this came out yesterday and there was almost no movement in the stock. Like it went up a little bit. It did kind of bottom out and then slightly rise, but nothing really special. So I think this was important, but I don't think it was enough of a good news to really get it to jump. I think the next thing that would make this jump would be if someone, one of these companies comes out and at least acknowledges them. Had like I don't say like an Elon Musk, but if they would just acknowledge them as a company, say we're watching them, I think that would be enough to actually get the stock to start to go back up because it's so cheap, it's so low. The company, they still have money, they still have cash. If you look at their stats, they are a company that is they're losing money right now. They don't have a true product that they can sell. So every day that they're doing stuff, they're losing money until they can hit that point. So like I said, if you put your $10 in here, it is a gamble. I'm not gonna lie and say, yeah, you'll definitely even get your $10 back. You may not, but you're probably losing it at the lotto or whatever. Anyway, scratch off. So it might be worth putting 10 into something like this, something that may actually last a little bit longer. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. In case you didn't know, I's a hobo. Thanks for watching.